Well everybody, we're back for another video here of the Honda Talon. We got another install video we're doing in the garage today. Thought you guys might like this one. We'll check it out. We'll show you what we're installing here. Of course, we'll be working on the 23 Honda Talon R. We got a set of MudBuster fender flares ready to go here. These are the shorter ones for the front. They don't cover the top part of the fender. They have, I think, two different kits for the Honda Talon. These ones here are a little bit shorter. The smaller ones there are for the front. These bigger ones here for the rear. They do have another set that has more coverage, but I didn't go with that. And then we come over here. I'm told that use this to pull the factory pins out for the install. You need a 1/4" drill bit and a 9/32 drill bit, a 4mm Allen key, 11mm wrench, and of course I got it for the impact here if I choose to go that way. Here's all the hardware here. We'll get this opened up. Got looks like another sticker to go on the Talon and all your push pins and hardware. We'll get this stuff here laid out. We'll show you what we got in the package here, and we'll get started on this. So here's the hardware all laid out. We got these big push pins here. I divided it for side. We got some clips here, some washers, the nuts, spacers here, a couple angle brackets, 2 long bolts, and 8 shorter bolts there. Same for this side. Like I said, here's the company here, MudBusters.com. They hooked us up with these fender flares for this install. Like I said, there's the tools again, and we'll get started here and bring you guys along and show what it takes to get these installed on the Honda Talon. So like I said, we're going to do the front first. This is the piece for the front. Hopefully you guys see that. It fits right in here. You can see like how it's all recessed in. And this bottom push pin right here, this one right here is the stock one. You remove it, you don't reuse it, you use one of their pins, but this is what locates the bottom of the fender flare, and then you hold it in, it'll follow the cutout line here is where it goes. You know exactly where it goes. We'll have to drill some holes, put the push pins in. Pretty straightforward for the front ones here. We'll see how the rear goes. I think it's a little more work, but we're starting with the front, see how we make out and go from there. Like I said, this bottom push pin here comes out, and you can see how this fits into the plastic lines there, so you know where it goes. It's pretty much self-explanatory. So pull this bottom push pin out. Might be some dirt in there, but and this is what the new push pins look like. They have a little bigger head on them, a little bit more of a washer on them. So like I said, you use the stock location here. So you just keep working your way up through, and these should line themselves up here. You just do one at a time and keep going. Check your fitment every now and then. Hopefully you can see this last one here. There's one more here to go that we got without taking the tire off. We should be able to do it this way. And that's them on there. I guess you got one more there I missed. Now I'm running a 32-inch tire on here, so it does line up much better. Coverage, shouldn't get so much dirt on the door. The fitment's really nice. It's just push pins, so like if you do hit something, I'm sure these push pins might pop out. Might be nice to have a few extras around with you. But it's on there, it's solid. But if you did catch a tree or something on, hopefully it'll just pop the push pins out or break them off and stick new ones in and be good. Here's the back side. Like I said, it covers where the tire is much better than what was there before. So we'll move to the back and start on the rear. But I'm just going to show you how to do one side. The other side is just a complete opposite, so don't need to film that. Now this is our rear Mudbuster. It's all pre-bent to fit the shape here. It goes in like so. A little bit farther in to get rid of that hole there. It's going to sit like that when it's on there. Now it tells you to pull these three here after you get the rear mounted, but then I watched a couple of videos and they show pulling these now before you get started. Makes it much easier. I'm going to go ahead and pull these three stock push pins here, because apparently we replaced them with the ones supplied from MudBuster. Probably a little dirt come out of here too. I don't know if you guys will see this, but there is one push pin right up under here, the very tip. That's our locating pin. It goes in this one here, and that's how you locate where it's going to go. So we'll get it out of here as well. It's replaced with one of their push pins. Not the stock one, doesn't go back in. So this cutout fits in around the taillight plastic here. So you got to kind of tuck that in behind, get it up top here. And the plastic should follow these lines here. You put your push pin up through into the stock location. Now you will see there's two bolts under here as well. We'll get to those in a bit. We don't require them right yet. We have to drill some holes up through here and we'll continue on. So I'll get some hardware, I'll get my drill. Now is when we start drilling holes in the plastic. We got a 1/4 inch drill bit here. It says to hold this up into place. Make sure these are in against here. Now it says we take one of the shorter spacers here. We take our shorter bolt, washer, and a nut. This is the bolt we're using. It's a longer one. I had the bolts mixed up. I had two shorter bolts in there. So again, we'll put the bolt down through. We'll put our spacer on it. Lift our fender flare up into place and hit the hole there. Get our washer on there and then start our nut on, hopefully. Extra set of hands would be helpful with this, but my buddy Eric had to go home, so he wasn't here to help. Alright, we got that one started. Next we got the longer spacers. The longer bolt for the next one, same deal. Put your bolt down through from the top. Put your spacer on. Put your washer on there. Put your nut on there. You still want things to be loose. The holes are slotted, so we can move this in and out as we go to have the fit we want. Now we move to the next one here. We have to drill our next hole. Like this, that's got to go up in here. And it has to go behind this black. Behind this black plastic, you pull that out and you see the red there. It has to go behind that, like so. It's going to go like this and be bolted in through. And the nut goes on the back, no washer. There's the bracket. This bracket will have to be bent in, but I'll do that in a bit. I just wanted to get it mounted there, and you put your two clips on. They're told to go, one goes down and one will go up. They go the opposite way. Not sure the reason on that, but that's what the instruction says. And they will go in these two holes here. We got two more brackets to put on with these other two holes here. Two more brackets to put on. We'll get those on next. Now they give you 90-degree brackets, or at least mine were 90 degrees, but this is the angle they need to be on. They need to be bent like this. It doesn't mention that in the instructions, but maybe mine came and they didn't get them bent. Maybe they pre-bent them before they shipped them out and mine got missed. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it was a MudBuster problem. I assume they probably come pre-bent, or it's easy enough to bend them into the shape. Again, this is the one with the two clips on it. One clip each way. We'll put it back in. We had to remove it. Again, you put the bracket on between the plastics. Put your washer on, your nut on. And again, just finger tight for now is good enough. And we still have adjustment. We do the same with the next two. Put your bolt through, put your bracket on. No washer required for this, because you're just tightening it in on the metal bracket. Of course, those two black brackets need these clips on them as well, so don't forget to put them on. So there's your bracket. You got your top one here, your middle one here. And it should go like flush like this, because your fender flare is going to sit here. So the brackets have to be bent to match that. And of course your holes are slotted here, so you do have room to move it around. We still have the one upper one still to go in here. We'll get it in, then we'll start working on these ones. So again, takes a long bolt. I guess we got to drill one more hole here. We'll get things lined up and drill a hole. So we drilled our last hole there. We put a bolt down through it, of course. We put our spacer on here. Hopefully you guys can see this again. Washer and nut on here as well. Of course, now we got our bolts to go in under here. Got one in there. We'll probably start these. Just go into plastic clips, so you don't want to do it until up too tight. You just work your way down through the clips. You got another one here to do. And one down at the bottom here to do yet too. Let me just snug these up for now as well. See how they go. So once you got all those in there like that, we can start snugging these up. I'm going to start at the bottom here. Like I can just use the Allen wrench because I don't want to overdo it with the impact. They're just going into those little plastic or little metal clips, so don't want to do anything up too crazy tight. Like I said, we just work our way back, tightening here. Getting these all tightened up now. Doesn't have to be too crazy tight. And we do have two more bolts to go with nuts and washers. Now hopefully you can see into here. You got two more. You got to go in here. You got to shove these up and put them in there as well. And once they're in there, we do those up, we'll be done. So there we got those bolts in there. You can see all the bolts underneath here. You can see the rear fender flare there. Nice clean fit. I'll get the other side on. We'll get this outside, show you a nice little walk around when we're all done, and go from there. Alright, just thought I'd give a walk around here. We're all done with the install of the MudBusters. Thought I'd show you guys the end result here. We got the front driver's side on. Nice coverage, as you can see. It should stop the mud coming up on the door. As you can see, it should stop the mud from coming up on the door and hiding our channel name, Sideshow Guys. The rears, I didn't get the ones. They have another set that come down here more. I didn't get them. I got the shorter ones that just cover the top here. This is where most of the mud comes up into the interior of the machine. So like you say, it has good coverage now, so it should stop a lot of the mud. Same on this side here. Nice clean look. Nice clean install. They seem to be good and sturdy. Shouldn't have any issues. And again, there's the front ones. They do have another set that this would continue up here and give us coverage here, but I didn't go for them. I'm more just trying to keep the side of the machine clean. It always comes in on your arms and stuff. So yeah, another successful install on the Honda Talon here. So it wasn't too bad. The little afternoon project in the garage on a Saturday when we're not riding because of hunting. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like and subscribe, and let's keep this channel growing. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.